system's all right.
Where's the proclamation?
Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to the Town of Lexington Council meeting. This council meeting is being held at Town Hall Monday evening, June 3rd, 2024. This meeting is being broadcast on the town's YouTube channel. I am Hazel Livingston, the mayor of the Town of Lexington, and I would like to introduce my fellow council members. To my left is Mayor Pro Tem Ron Williams.
Good evening.
To his left is Council Member Todd Lyle.
Good evening.
To his left is Council Member Jenny Michaels.
Good evening.
To my right is Council Member Todd Carnes.
Good evening, Lexington.
To his right is Council Member Gavin Smith.
Good evening.
And to his right is Council Member Will Allen.
Good evening.
Our invocation tonight will be led by Senior Chaplain from the Lexington Police Department, Dave Donatit.
Madam Mayor and Town Council, thank you for giving me the privilege of addressing you all this evening. I just want to make mention of the fact that we lost one of our chaplains, Chaplain Anthony Ginta, who died on the 2nd of May and was interred at National Cemetery last Friday. And so let us remember, after a pause for a moment, to remember he and his family. Thank you. Heavenly Father, the scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. And so we ask your blessings upon our town council this evening as they deliberate upon the matters that concern the citizens of this town. We ask that you would continue to grant them wisdom to make the right decisions, the courage to carry out those decisions, and to indeed continue to do thy will. We thank you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us, and we ask all of these things in the name of your Son, and for his sake we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. And at this time, please welcome Assistant Chief of Police Major Matt Davis to lead us in our pledge.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Major. At this time, I'd like to call our council meeting to order. Council met in executive session prior to the meeting where we discussed the following matters: legal, advice regarding agenda items, personnel was one routine personnel matter, contractual, there was 3 contractual matters pursuant to 30-4-71 and 2. No vote was taken in executive session. Do I hear a motion to ratify this report?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilmember Carnes seconds it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, raise your right hand if you are for this. And it is unanimous. Are there any deletions from tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of minutes. A copy of the minutes from council meeting held on April the 1st, 2024, and council work session held on May the 20th, 2024 are attached. Are there any omissions, additions, or deletions for this? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve these minutes.
So moved.
Councilmember Smith makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilmember Lyle seconds it. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all, if you're in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. At this time, we will start with our public hearing. We will open our public hearing portion up of this meeting. We ask that those that want to speak to please come to the podium, provide your name and address for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes, and a timer will be set by the clerk, which will sound when 3 minutes is up. There will be no standing head count of opponents or proponents. The purpose of this public hearing is to obtain facts regarding the subject matter on the agenda. Please note, this is only for council information and not a question and answer session. These guidelines are in place to help the public hearing portion run efficiently and allow all those that wish to speak proper time. With that, is there anyone that would like to speak to the final reading ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak to the final reading ordinance to provide for the fiscal 2024-25 tax levy? Hearing none, we will now move forward to the presentation. Our first presentation tonight is from Mr. Tommy Frazier with Dixie Youth Baseball.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Once again, Lexington, in conjunction with the Rec Commission, we have been awarded the 70th anniversary of the Dixie Youth World Series to be held here in Lexington. It's going to be a little bit of a change. They have changed their name from Dixie to Diamond Baseball. It's a little hard to get used to. So if I refer to it as Dixie, just replace Dixie with Diamond. You need it. This event is going to take place, starts July 31st and runs through the 7th of August. I handed y'all a brand new pamphlet that is our sponsorship stuff, and it gives a general information. We're going to have 72 teams. This is 1,080 coaches and players here for that week. We're going to be using every motel in Lexington County, good portion of Richland County, and some in Aiken County to house families, grandparents, and all. We're looking somewhere around 20 to 30,000 people for that week coming into our community. This thing is broke down into 2 divisions now. Division 1 will be hosted at Lexington on Ballpark Road. The Division 2 World Series is going to be at Pineview at the Midlands Park. So there'll be 36 teams at each location. Out of that, you can expect that 20 to 30,000 people. Hopefully we're going to be able to accommodate them road-wise anyhow. Opening ceremonies will be on July 31st. It will be held at the River Bluff High School football stadium. It'll be in the newest facility. We looked at showing it off and bringing everybody to there. There'll be a team meal which will be served prior to that, which we are responsible for doing for all the players and the coaches. We are making history once again. Some of the council members remember back 2014, 2015, we got World Series back to back, and we thought it was big doings. Well, this hadn't been done yet. The 72 team World Series, everybody's done it a week apart in the different states. We're doing it all at one time here in the county. So once again, Lexington County is going to be looking and shining like a little star for Diamond Baseball. I would like to express to y'all, we are with the events that's coming and the motels, restaurants. We have had the numbers looked at compared to the last World Series we done, compared to what was done in Louisiana last year. We're looking at about a $4.2 million economic impact in that week's time, which ain't too shabby for 1 week. I would like to thank y'all personally for your support of this from last year, our request, and once again this year, our request. And we look forward to y'all being one of the major sponsors and, as usual, taking part in opening ceremonies and all of the events that we put on. Thank y'all very much. Any questions?
Rachel, if I'm not mistaken, there's 25,000 in the budget for this. And there was 25,000 last year?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
50,000.
Yes, ma'am. And we greatly appreciate it. As I said, we're looking at big things and other events coming in that's just gonna make our community we're not gonna be a vacation destination, but we will be a youth sports destination in the next couple of years that you can bank on.
And this Nana should know this, but what age group is this?
This is
I have a
nine,
baseball.
no ma'am. This is 9-year-olds, and it's broke down into 3 divisions naturally: minors, the old traditional majors program, and then the ozone program that they put on. So it's 3
So
different.
it's all 9-year-olds?
No, the
No.
division, the ozone will be 11 and 12s. The younger are 9 and 10-year-olds, coming from 11 different states.
Okay.
Back in the old days, that was Little League and Farm Team, right?
Yes, yes.
Why don't we just keep it simple? Little League and Farm Team.
I'm gonna tell you what, life
So-
is just getting complicated.
Clearly, major and minors are the 9 and 10-year-olds, and then the ozone is the 11 and 12-year-olds. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. We
Thanks, sir.
appreciate that.
Mayor, you said there's $50,000?
25 last year, and there's 25 this year in the budget towards this.
We gonna entertain our motion?
It's in the budget. We don't have to do it because it's in the budget.
That's right.
We don't have to because it's in the budget. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's just in the budget.
Our next public item is a proclamation for Miss Mary Watts. Miss Watts could not be here tonight, but we will present this to her at her last Board of Zoning Appeals meeting this Thursday, June 6, 2024, and I have asked Councilmember Carnes to read it to us.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Mayor. Glad to. This is a proclamation of the mayor and council for the town of Lexington recognizing Mary Watts for 42 years of service to the community. Whereas citizen participation on town boards and commissions is vital to the town council's efforts of improving the town and making Lexington a better place to live and work for all citizens, and whereas Mary Watts attended the first Planning Commission for the town of Lexington in 1982, served on the Town Beautification Committee with Virginia Hilton, was chair of the Planning Commission in 1985, was later appointed to the Board of Zoning Appeals in 1994, where she served as vice chair in 1996 and named chairwoman in 2006, and whereas Mary Watts has served admirably on the Town Board of Zoning Appeals for nearly 30 years and has served as the chairwoman of the board since March 2006, and whereas during her term, Mary has assisted in reviewing and approving many successful projects within the town, and whereas due in part to the efforts of Mary Watts, the town of Lexington continues to remain a great place to live, work, and conduct business, and whereas Mary Watts is resigning from her position as Board of Zoning Appeals chairwoman and leaving her seat after 30 years, serving a total of 42 years with the town, now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor and council for the town of Lexington that Mary Watts is hereby recognized, congratulated, and commended for outstanding service to the town of Lexington, and that the town council expresses its thanks for her dedication and commitment to the betterment of the town of Lexington for all citizens, proclaimed this 3rd day of June 2024 by your mayor and council, Hazel Livingston.
Thank you. And like I said, we'll be presenting that to her on Thursday at her last meeting. Next, I will give you a vision plan update. The Old Mill Pond Trail installation light poles, as well as remaining safety and security measures, are being put in on the Old Mill Pond Trail. We are very excited for this beautiful 1-mile trail to be open very soon. Follow our Facebook page where we will make the announcement about the opening date. The trail is just one of our vision plan projects. To see more information on the projects we are working on, visit lexsc.gov. Next up, we'll have our traffic update from Mayor Pro Tem Ron Williams.
Thank you, ma'am. Our local schools are officially out for summer break. Enjoy the reduction in the traffic flow over the next couple of months while continuing to allow adequate time to reach your destination safely, please. Still seeing quite a few wrecks posted on the town's police Facebook page. Dominion Energy will begin relocating gas lines this week at Mineral Springs Road. Nighttime lane closures may be necessary to complete the work. Please take caution in that area around this time. Traffic Committee meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, June the 5th at 8 a.m. at Town Hall in the third floor conference room right off the elevators. We encourage you to follow the Town of Lexington social media outlets for traffic alerts and updates. Please call 803-358-7273 to report any traffic signal issues, unsafe roadway conditions, or a pothole that needs immediate repair. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Williams. Now we'll move into our new business. Our first item of new business is the appointment of our municipal court judge. Town council is being asked to reappoint municipal court judge Brian Jeffcoat to a new term, 14-25-15 of the South Carolina Code requires each municipal judge to be appointed by the council to serve for a term set by the council, if not less than 2 years, but not more than 4 years, and until his successor is appointed and qualified. His compensation must be fixed by the council. This request is to reappoint Judge Brian Jeffcoat to a new 2-year term. The judge must be sworn in with the oath of office being used and signed by the municipal clerk. I make this in a form of a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams seconds it. Is there any discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. And at this time, Judge Brian Jeffcoat, can you please come forward with your father and let's swear you in?
I do solemnly swear
That I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of this office
to exercise the duties of this office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the
of this state,
Constitution of this state
and the United States. There you go. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congrats, man. Yeah, man.
Well deserved. Appreciate it.
Judge Jeffcoat, we appreciate your service to the town of Lexington, and that was an honor for me to be able to swear you in, knowing that your mom was one of my best friends. So that was very much an honor, but we do appreciate your service to our citizens. Our second item of new business is from Council Member Todd Carnes, Carolina Crossroads Phase 2 SCD Municipal State Highway Project Agreement.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The South Carolina DOT, as part of the Carolina Crossroads Project Phase 3C, I-20 widening in Saluda River and CSX Bridge replacements design build portion, seeks to install a new overhead cantilever guide sign on I-20 eastbound within the US 378 interchange. This sign will be located within town limits. This information was reviewed at the May 20th, 24 council work session, and the agreement, an attachment, and its exhibit are attached for review. Madam Mayor, I ask that town council approve the agreement for the mayor's signature.
Councilmember Carnes makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilmember Lyles seconds it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. The next item of new business is from Councilmember Todd Lyle. Addendum to employee resolution for participation in the state insurance benefits program regarding county municipal council members' coverage.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Board for the South Carolina Public Employee Benefit Authority, also known as PEBA, is providing and requesting that municipalities and counties look at and reaffirm their position on the status of council members as being active employees. We're required to submit this by July 1st of 2024, all municipalities and counties. And we have this addendum that we can fill out remaining the same and making no change. And so, Madam Mayor, I would make a motion that we submit this addendum to that same effect.
Councilmember Lyles makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilmember Michaels seconds it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And all those opposed, it is 6-1. Next new business item is from Councilmember Gavin Smith. First reading annexation of Lexington County TMS 5497-04-116 located at the 100 block of Sunshine Drive.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm going to preface this with, I am very sorry if I mess your name up. But now I'll begin. Efren Soto Mendiola owns 1 acre located in the 100 block of Sunshine Drive and has petitioned to annex the property. A single-family home is being planned on the site, and properties in town near this one are zone protected residential, and Sunshine Drive is classified as a local road. The Planning Commission reviewed this annexation during their May meeting and recommended protected residential zoning for the property. The Commission also recommended reclassifying Sunshine Drive to a limited local road. With this, I recommend or make a motion for first reading approval.
Councilmember Smith makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilmember Carnes seconds it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. Our final new business item is from Councilmember Will Allen. First reading of 121 Terrace Spring Road rezoning.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Tyler Cease with Southern Steel Engineers has requested to rezone a single parcel located at 121 Terrace Springs Road from general commercial to neighborhood commercial. Mr. Cease is requesting to rezone the property to facilitate the expansion of the office building currently located on the property. Properties in the immediate area of this one are zoned protected residential and general commercial. The Planning Commission reviewed this request during their May meeting and recommended approval of the rezoning. So with that, I move for first reading approval.
Councilmember Allen makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Councilmember Williams seconds it. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, I'd like to ask Mr. Walker to come up, please. There's some question about some trees on this property during the Planning Commission meeting. I'd like for him to clarify for the record what. So the folks that presented to the Planning Commission said they might have to take some trees out that are well established here. Have you been informed of that information?
No, sir, I have not been given the exact location of those trees.
Okay. So if they take out some established trees, they'll still have to come back and meet the rest of the landscape requirements to replace those.
That's correct.
Are they protected trees?
I don't know what trees they're taking out. They really haven't specified.
I mean, it is still commercial use, correct, John? But we still have protected trees under commercial use, correct? Okay, so could you check on that if we approve this, that if they are protected trees, we are...
Before they can take them out, they need to talk to me.
is correct.
So maybe that phone call needs to be made tomorrow if this is approved tonight? Or-
I'd be glad to make that phone call.
Representatives here, Madam Mayor.
I can speak from our end.
You want to come to the microphone and give your name and address?
Tyler Cease, 1304 St. Peters Road, Lexington. I'm the president of Southern Steel Engineers. We will have to take a few trees out. We're not sure until we get everything staked out exactly which ones. We'll coordinate as needed to make sure we're not taking out any protected trees.
Okay.
And we do know we need to add landscaping to meet the buffer requirements as well after the construction.
Okay.
Thank you, Dan.
That was easy. He's here, so he,
Here,
thank you. Thank you.
Well, I like
very-
to do things.
not even a phone call. Thank you
Okay.
both.
Is there any other discussion?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
yeah, just real quick, my understanding, if there are protected trees, that we have mitigation measures for replanting. Dan, you want to explain that to us just real quick, since we brought up the subject?
Yes, sir. If there's protected trees, it depends on where they are. We typically try to protect the protected trees, but if there are trees that have to come down because of, we don't want to stop the building, there is an inch per inch requirement to replace trees.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Dan, could you just explain for the layperson what categorizes a tree as a protected tree?
24 inches or greater in height, or in diameter. There's certain ones that aren't protected, like pine trees and pecan trees, we don't protect those. So it wouldn't matter how big they are, they can come down. But other trees like oaks and a lot of other things would be protected, and we'd want those champion trees to remain.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions?
Good exercise.
And thank y'all both for bringing that up so people would know. All those in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. Now we go into old business item. Our first item will be read by Councilmember Jenny Michaels, final reading an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. South Carolina law requires town council to adopt a balanced budget each year. Budget revenue and expenditures are attached as well as the ordinance. I make a motion to make final reading approval.
Do I hear a second? Councilman Smith seconds it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And all those opposed, it is 6-1. Our second item of old business will be presented by Mayor Pro Tem Ron Williams. Well, I got Todd Lyle on one and Ron Williams on one.
I got the motion. That's what I was just noticing, Mayor. Yep, I've got it.
I'm good either way.
All right, South Carolina law requires town council to adopt the tax levy each year. Attached is the ordinance for the tax levy for fiscal year 2024, 2025. Make a motion for adoption of the levy, and in that motion, make it noted that we have not raised taxes in almost 30 years.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Councilman Lyle seconds. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, raise your right hand. And it's unanimous. Now we go into any questions from the news media. I have a news media here. Are there any questions from the public regarding tonight's agenda? Any questions from the staff?
No questions, Mayor. Just an announcement, just so that all of town council and residents know that we're happy to announce our transition to the .gov domain for the town website is coming up on June 12th. And all of our emails have already transitioned from .com to .gov. So during this transition, any emails sent to lexsc.com will automatically be forwarded to the .gov email account, so no worries. And at the work session here in a couple weeks, we'll run through some slides so we can show off the features and the look of our new website.
Thank you. We look forward to that. Anything else from staff? With that, I want to recognize our new employees hired by the town of Lexington in the month of May. In administration, intern Will Thompson joining us for the summer from the University of South Carolina. In the police department, Michael Diaz, Chad Beeson, and Coy Simpson. And from the utilities department, Madison Leonard and Colin Derrick. Welcome to the team, and we're excited to have you in the town of Lexington. And council and staff and citizens, everybody, I want y'all to, if you wondered, I know we got some pushback on the Virginia Hilton Park, and all of us have gotten comments through emails, on Facebook, positive stuff, through text. I mean, people have reached out across the board. But in my 26 years, I've never had two mail to me telling me what a great job, and I don't know them. So I just want y'all, I want to read just a little bit of it. Dear Mayor Livingston, I'm writing to express our thanks to you, the rest of town council, and all of the leadership team at Town of Lexington for bringing the vision of a re-imaged Virginia Hilton Park into existence. My wife Pam, our 12-year-old granddaughter, and I visited the park Saturday evening. We were all so impressed. We had a picnic at one of the new tables, walked the whole park, sat and enjoyed a swing, explored the play area, competed in a game of gaga ball, and tried out the checkerboard. It was all beautiful. Our granddaughter particularly enjoyed the checkers as she whipped me pretty soundly. It was obvious that great care was taken to emphasize the natural beauty of the trees and the creek, select beautiful landscaping materials and plants, provide great walkways and lighting, develop areas for play and reflection, and make it accessible for anyone. Thank you for working to provide an area that everyone can enjoy regardless of their age, income, or needs. 7 years ago, we chose to build in downtown Lexington so we could better enjoy all that Lexington has to offer. We have not been disappointed. We love being able to walk downtown, enjoy great restaurants, stores, concerts, events, and amenities. Thank you for all that y'all do to improve the lives of everyone in town. Best regards, Guy Smith. And then the other one, I'll just read you because it's a long one. It's just, Dear Mayor and all the many who helped, council, people for funding, designing, building, picking up sticks and trash, anybody that had a vision for this to become a reality. My husband and I spent some of time at Virginia Hilton Park last weekend. I'm truly amazed at the acres and acres of fun for everyone of all ages, and I'm going to just skip on to something else. Thank you all for the attention to every single detail. It isn't any wonder that people are flocking to Lexington. What a blessing for such an create such a lovely place. Alas, we really did enjoy the concrete and boardwalk paths. We were able to walk while encouraging and enjoying nature, stopping to swing, relaxing as we heard and saw the water ripples and enjoy the shade, all while getting in our steps. Grateful, blessed with Thanksgiving, Suzanne. So the park is a huge hit. If you go out there and you just speak to somebody, you'll know that people love it, they're enjoying it, they're having fun. And with that, the last announcement before I close this out, before we adjourn, I'm thrilled to share some fantastic news with everyone. Some people may not agree, but most of us do. According to a recent study published by USA Today, the town of Lexington has been ranked as the #2 best city to live in South Carolina. This recognition is a clear testament to our community's hard work, dedication, vibrant, welcoming atmosphere we have created together. I personally want to extend my deepest gratitude to our residents, businesses, and town staff for unwavering commitment to making the town of Lexington a great place to live, work, worship, and raise a family. Definitely want to extend gratitude and appreciation for every one of y'all that serve up here and put in so many hours and make hard decisions when it's sometimes not easy. Let's come together and continue to build on this momentum. Thank you all for your contributions and support. Together we are making the town of Lexington a truly special place to live. And And with that, I walked down into the park today to hear the children playing and walked over to a couple to speak to them. And it was a set of grandparents here from New Jersey. And I said, what do you think about the park? And they said, we're just in love. This is the greatest thing ever. We don't see this where we come from, where people are talking to each other and having fun, and we love it here. We want to move here, but we see y'all don't want a bunch more people. And I was like, we love people. We do want y'all. So, you know, people love it here. They love what's going on. They love the activity. And if I encourage you, if you're at Town Hall, walk out back and hear the children squealing. Hear them playing all together. And it's just a great feeling to walk out there. I probably walk out there every time I come just to see what's going on and say hey. So I encourage y'all all to come to Town Hall one day and just walk out back and listen to them. And with that, do any council members have anything they'd like to say? I do appreciate all of y'all. Y'all put in a lot of hard work and a lot of hard discussions, so it's very appreciated. With that concludes our business for this evening. Thank you for watching the Town Council meeting for the Town of Lexington. This meeting was held at Town Hall on Monday evening, June 3rd, 2024. A recording of this meeting will be available for viewing on the town's YouTube channel. And before I adjourn, I'm going to take liberty here and say happy birthday to my little blonde-headed grandson that loves all of this more than anybody I know. He loves watching every one of y'all and raising his hands with y'all. Happy birthday, Tucker. Today is his actual birthday. Without objection, we're adjourned.